Hello everyone, I'm Augusta Myers, the Communications Manager for the Mid-Region Council of Governments, or Mr. COG as we like to call it. And I'm here today with Valerie Hermanson, who's a Transportation Planner at Mr. COG, and she's going to tell us about something that's really exciting, Albuquerque's first bike share. Wow, we're just like a big city.
Exactly.
Tell us a little bit about the history of bike share, Valerie, and how the COG got involved with it.
Okay, well, the best place to start is with downtown ABQ Main Street. Lola Bird, their executive director, wrote and received a $15,000 grant from P&M to start a pilot bike share. And it was going to be, maybe 5 bikes, 10 at the most, really small, only in the downtown area. And what ended up happening is all these local businesses found out that she got this grant, and they said, hey, we'll contribute if we can have a bike share station. And so what was going to be 5 to 10 bikes grew to be 65 bikes.
Wow.
And Lola has a good relationship with Mr. COG and knew that we have really great staff and expertise, and asked that we be a partner in this project.
What an exciting, and it's so great that this is a public-private partnership and it has that kind of buy-in from both the public and the private sector, which I think makes it really viable. We have how many bike stations now?
Right now we have 13 with
Wow.
65 bikes, and in the next month we're going to be bringing 2 more stations online, and so we'll have 75 bikes.
Oh my gosh, and this is all, as you said, in the downtown area. It's a pilot, but right now it's just downtown.
Correct, yeah, we started downtown just to kind of see if it is viable for Albuquerque. Albuquerque is a big city, but it's not Seattle, it's not DC, it's not New York. So what would work best here? So we wanted to do a pilot to see what would work best, what vendor would work here, and would people use this kind of system if it existed in Albuquerque?
And so far it looks pretty good that they're using it. It's
Yes.
called Bici, right? B-I-C-I. And
Correct,
tell us a little about the name of that.
So we came up with the name, Bici is short for bicicleta, which is the Spanish word for bicycle. And we felt that that was a good name, and it didn't exist anywhere else in the country. And especially because of all the Hispanic cultural heritage here in Albuquerque, so we thought BC would be a good fitting name for a bike share system here.
Absolutely, that makes perfect sense. And Zagster is the bike share leader, I guess, through the nation. So they're sort of administering the project, right, with their bikes?
Yeah, correct. So they're the vendor, and they approached us about becoming Albuquerque's bike share vendor. Lola and I did a ton of research about different vendors and what kind of vendor would work best here. And like I mentioned, Albuquerque is not DC, it is not New York.
Right.
Those systems are often kiosk based, so they're a little different than what you're going to see here in Albuquerque. Those bikes do not come with a U-lock. One thing that's different about our system is it does come with a U-lock. So you have to return, in DC and New York, you have to return a bike to a station. You can't stop mid-trip to go grab a coffee or grab a drink with a friend or stop off at a meeting. Whereas our system, the BC system, you can. So let's say you wanted to go to a meeting, but before you went to your meeting you wanted coffee. You could check out a bike, go grab coffee, and then go to your meeting.
Right, so it doesn't have to be station to station. You can actually stop along the way, and I guess that's the heart of what makes our system different.
Yeah.
So it's really a 4-step process. It's fairly easy. Why don't
Yes,
you walk
very
us through
easy.
it and
Yeah.
show us how it goes?
Definitely.
Okay. So Valerie, okay, here we are at the bike share station. Now walk me through the process. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, it's really simple. So first step is get on the computer, log into zagster.com/ABQ and sign up for a membership.
Okay.
Or on your smartphone, you can download the app and sign up for a membership that way.
Okay, but the first thing is, before you even go to the bike station, or before you do anything, you need to sign up for a membership.
Correct.
You have to be a member in order to use it, okay?
Yes.
Can't stress that enough.
Yes,
Okay,
members,
now
yes.
the 4 steps, the borrow, unlock, ride, and return. Walk me through that.
Okay, and then you're at a bike share station, you have a membership. So with a smartphone, what you do is you log into the app, and each bike has a number in 3 locations. It's on the lock box
Okay.
that holds the key, it's on the lock, and it's on the bike. So this is bike 1154. So you would enter that number into where it asks for you on the app and
Okay.
say start ride. But let's say maybe you don't have a smartphone. No smartphone, no problem. You
Good.
can text. Every sign has a number, 202 number. You text that number, the bike 1154, and say start ride. And what happens is they text you back a code that's going to unlock this box.
And that'll unlock it for the duration of the ride. If you stop, go, that's the number that you get texted back that you'll use to
Yeah,
lock it.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
and that opens and closes this box.
Great. I think it's great that you don't necessarily need a smartphone. So you can
Right.
text it, and I think that's important for people to know. Number one, become a member. Don't necessarily need the smartphone to do it. You can text and get the number. Okay,
Yeah,
so then what?
Exactly.
So then you
once
get your number.
So then you have your number, and you enter that number into this lockbox. So we can do that right now. And what that number will do is open the lockbox. So I just clicked Start Ride on my app for Bike 1154, and there's a code. It's 2991404. Enter. And you can hear it. And it's opening. Okay. Oop, and you open it, and there's the key.
Oh, nice, and it's attached, so you're not in danger of losing the key at any
exactly.
time. Okay. Great.
And what this key does is this opens and closes the U-lock.
Oh wow! So you
Just
made
like
that look pretty easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now you're ready.
And then you can put the lock in the basket, and then you put the key back in the lockbox. Close that, and now we're ready to ride.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. And then let's say we go grab some coffee. Well, we can just lock up the bike at the coffee shop.
Great.
And as long as when we're done using the bike, we return it to any designated BC bike share system station, we're good to go.
And if you're a member, you can, is it the first hour is free? How does that work?
Right, so when you're a member, you get 90 minutes free every day.
Wow, so you may not even be paying to use it just to be a member.
Exactly.
And you said the average trip is?
An hour and 24 minutes.
Wow, so most of those people got their ride for free.
Exactly.
That's great.
And then after that allotted time is over, it's only $3 an hour. So it's pretty nominal.
Absolutely, that's very, very comparable to a gallon of gas, but you can go so much farther and cheaper.
Exactly. And you don't have to worry about parking your car or paying for parking.
Exactly. Or the hassle of finding parking. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks for showing us. That's pretty
of course.
easy.
Yeah.
Wow, what a simple process that is. That's
Yeah.
great. And I guess there's a lot of people already using bike share, even though it just started in May.
Yes, totally. We have 374 members, which is a lot, and we're at over 1,000 trips. And like you said, it just started May 15th, so that's only 2 months in. So we're doing really well number-wise.
And that kind of data should help us target future infrastructure investments, right?
Yes, you are very correct. So we're able to see where people are going, where are they checking out the bikes, how are they getting to their destinations, and from that data we can decide, well, where do we need a new bike share station, as well as, where do we need bike infrastructure.
Wow, what's the average trip that people are checking out the bikes for?
So 90 minutes free every day, and the average amount of time that people are checking out the bikes is 1 hour and 24 minutes, which is on par with the feedback we've been receiving that people are using these bikes to go to meetings. So 1.5 hours, seems about right for going to and from a meeting and being at the meeting.
Absolutely. And actually, while it really helps those with meetings in the downtown area, this is truly a multimodal system. You don't have to be downtown to use a bike share bike. You can hop on a bus and connect with a bike, I guess.
Exactly, yeah. If you didn't want to drive downtown, but you knew you wanted to do different destinations downtown, you could hop on the bus, come downtown, and use the bikes to complete your trips.
Wow, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And talk to me a little bit about the support, the downtown mode shift. I mean, as far as like the COG did a travel survey, and I guess some interesting facts came out of that.
Yeah, so Mr. COG did a 2014 travel survey, and that survey indicated that there were 1,000 trips every weekday made in a single occupancy vehicle that were under a mile.
Oh my gosh.
Which is incredible because downtown is pretty walkable, but sometimes, I don't know, sometimes there's a meeting, just on the edge of downtown and it's too far to walk,
or
but
you're running
too
a little
close
late.
to drive.
Right.
Exactly. So now this bike, can provide another option. And we're wondering if maybe now that we have this downtown bike share, if that travel survey data may change and there'll be a mode shift.
Wow, that would be kind of cool if there was. And as far as like expanding the program, what's next for BC?
So we're already bringing online 2 more stations in the next few weeks. So then there'll be 15 stations and 75 bikes. And there's already great interest in Nob Hill, in Uptown, as well as other parts of Albuquerque that want to see this in their neighborhood. And so we're entertaining that idea. We're bringing Zagster, the vendor, out to chat with the local neighborhoods and the people. Lola from downtown Main Street and I are accompanying with them at those meetings to see how we can make this work citywide.
Oh, that's such amazing research that you guys are doing, and it makes sense that it would expand in that direction, maybe Nob Hill, the UNM area from here.
Yeah.
Also very walkable, but pedestrian friendly and bike friendly areas.
Definitely.
That's great. Well,
yeah.
Okay. And let's give the website one more time where people can go to become a member before we wrap up.
Yeah, so to become a member, it's www.zagster.com/ABQ. And we're also soliciting feedback because we want to hear how it's working for you. Maybe something you notice could be different. Let us know. We'd love to hear it. We'd also love to hear great feedback, positive feedback. And that website is ABQ Main Street.
So both of those websites, you can find everything you need to know about bike sharing.
Exactly.
Thanks, Valerie. Appreciate your
Yeah,
time today.
Thank you.